Is social media unhealthy for teens? With ongoing allegations that social media platforms such as Instagram and Facebook are posing more harm than good for the mental health of young girls, we checked out how Brooklyn Middle STEAM School is working toward building healthier behaviors with students and social media. Reporter Nina Bupasavan has more.
Nowadays, digital rules. Sending a Snapchat or posting on Instagram and TikTok is the way of the world, especially for young teens.
Could you live without your social media?
Well,
8th grader Abby Chanzu can attest to that.
probably just not very well. A lot of the things that I have are centered around that.
She's not alone. A lot of teens are tethered to their phones to connect and socialize. So much so that Brooklyn Middle STEAM School has a curriculum on digital citizenship.
It's their world, it's what they know, they're social beings, and so it's so important here at Brooklyn Middle School that we help guide these students to know how to have some balance. I think that's kind of like the big word is balance here, and how to navigate social media, and how to have a presence out there that's going to set you up for the real world.
Students attend class weekly to learn about misinformation, cyberbullying, and the disease of comparison.
Spending a lot of time in a digital world kind of can skew reality a little bit, I think, and so the perception of what a teenager has of that world is not necessarily going to reflect the reality, and that can be really confusing, and it can really be harmful in some cases if a child, for example, their self-image, like they think they need to look a certain way, and they're very susceptible to those kinds of influences at this age.
An age of discovery where these students learn not all things in life are always meant to be shared on social.
Things spread really fast, like people catch on to that, and that's another reason why we should be careful, because a lot of the things that are said can be spread rather fast, and details can be lost through that.
Students have to learn that boundaries are there to protect them. The boundaries are there to keep them safe.
We want them to be out there on social media. We all know, we all are. I love social media, and that's where I get a lot of my inspiration and resources. And we want students to do the same. It's just how teaching them how to do that in a way that's, going to set them up to be successful, for the real world.
Nina Bupasavan, CCX News.
Staff members from the Crystal Vision Clinic say the pandemic has contributed to more vision checks, with more people, particularly children, spending a lot of time looking at screens. This week, the Crystal Vision Clinic broke ground on its future home off County Road 81 near the Crystal Airport. The new facility will allow the business to grow and keep up with an expanding number of patients. Crystal Vision Clinic is currently located on Douglas Drive.
We're finding lots of eye fatigue, eye strain. Young kids were doing homeschooling, so they go from doing their assignments on the Zoom call, then they chat with their friends on their cell phone. So you're starting to see these jumps in prescription in the younger patients.
Crystal Vision Clinic hopes to open at its new home sometime next year. For many families, a trip to Grandma's house is the place to go for the holidays and special occasions. That's the inspiration behind a new coffee shop in Osseo. Delane Cleveland takes us there.
We've been waiting for something like this for a long time. I mean,
in the heart of Osseo, people can walk to any number of shops and restaurants with ease.
There's so much foot traffic here, a lot of walkers in Osseo.
But there's one thing that's been missing from this area.
You've got few great food options out here, but nothing like a coffee shop, and you'd have to go to Caribou off of Jefferson.
That's always been a void that I've noticed here.
So Mark and Ashley Cook took it upon themselves to change that.
And I saw this older couple sprinting across 81, trying to get to Caribou. And I'm like, we can't have this community having to cross 81 to get coffee. We need something here.
In late October, they celebrated the grand opening of the Annabelle House.
All right, this is yours.
It's a place to get coffee, grab lunch, or gather with others in the neighborhood. Ashley named the shop after her grandma.
We knew it was going to be the Annabelle House because Grandma was so special.
So far, the Annabelle House has been a welcome addition to Central Avenue.
This is my 5th day. Tried most of their sandwiches. Sandwiches are great. I'm a big fan of their London fog tea.
During much of the pandemic, people have lived in relative isolation from one another.
This is our community table where people can come and sit together even if they don't know each other.
Ashley designed this space as a way to bring people back together.
We also wanted a place where friends could come and just sit and talk over coffee.
After all, sometimes there's nothing like the smell of coffee, the taste of delicious sandwiches, and a variety of delectable desserts to draw people in.
It's exactly what Ashley's vision was when she wanted to bring this to the community, was that idea of trying to fill a need.
Ashley's goal is for the Annabelle House to truly feel like home. Ashley knows that this is a place that would make her grandma proud.
I know she's definitely looking down on us.
In Osseo, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
After a year hiatus, St. Alphonsus in Brooklyn Center is planning to bring back their annual Christmas Bazaar. Last year they had to cancel because of COVID, but this year organizers say it will be bigger and better than ever.
They were very sad last year when we had to cancel it, and this year they're very excited. It's shown with the donations we have received and the support that we have received and how many people have said, "I'm so glad to see that you're figuring out how that we can do it."
The bazaar features a grand raffle plus a sale of a variety of items ranging from homemade jellies and jams to wooden home decor and Christmas decorations. Their kitchen will be open too, cooking up American, Latino, and African food. All of the proceeds go toward the church and school plus local charities. The sale begins Saturday, November 13th and runs through Sunday, November 14th.
The Wayzata volleyball team beat a very good Champlain Park team this week to qualify for the state Class 4A tournament. In this week's CCX Sports Spotlight, John Jacobson tells us this Trojan season has truly been a team effort.
It's always more fun in sports when you're winning, right?
Wayzata's undefeated season will continue.
And the Wayzata volleyball team has done plenty of that over the past 2 seasons. In fact, the Trojans haven't lost a match since October of 2019.
Point Wayzata.
But it's not just winning that makes this season special. 5 seniors who have earned a spot in the Trojans' regular 8-player rotation are as collectively unselfish as a coach could hope for.
That unselfishness is carried itself through the team, where we've got 17 kids in our gym each day that are really battling for this and really excited about how they pursue it, and it's been a very mature approach, and I appreciate that about them.
We're great friends. We're also ready to push each other, and we have such strong relationships that we're okay to kind of push out the person and be like, you got to get on it, you got to go. So it's really nice having that good connection with those girls.
Ella Vogel was the starting libero on Wayzata's 2019 state championship team.
And Vogel a strong dig the other way.
And Katie Revere saw some action that season as a serving specialist. But for Emma Gerger, Mel Goldstein, and Sierra Moore, this will be their first time playing at the XL Energy Center. Sierra remembers vividly what it was like watching from the bench.
I remember on the courts and stuff, it was just, the lights were so bright, and the courts, because they were blue and red, and it was just so bright in my face, and I can't wait to go out and actually play this time, so it'll be so awesome. I got to learn a lot from watching the other seniors playing that year, and what it means to really leave it all on the line and work your butt off. Those girls that 2019 season definitely took a lot of us under their wings and just kind of helped us create our leadership goals and everything, and they really led by example very well, so it was fun to have those girls as mentors over the years.
The 4 senior hitters have all recorded at least 140 kills this season. Credit to that can go to all-state caliber players like libero Vogel and setter Stella Swenson. But it's more than just who gets the kill.
Stella distributes the ball really evenly. Everyone is always working their hardest to get sets, obviously, but when you're not getting kills, you're covering and you have the opportunity to get the ball then. When you're not hitting, you're blocking. There's just so many different parts of volleyball, and it's we don't rely on one person to get the ball. We know Stella has trust in all of us to get it done.
Team culture, kind of mentality sort of team, and that's kind of what we kind of base our practices on and our games. It's just very you play for each other, right? You play very unselfishly.
We all just want to win. So like as long as we do what we need to win, like I don't care if I don't get set the whole game as long as we win.
Wayzata enters the state tournament with a 31-0 record and a #1 ranking all season in Class 4A. They are without question the favorite to win state, and that brings pressure.
People who have been on this team for those 2 years know that like the target's on us, and we love it. Like we all love being the team that everyone wants to beat. There's pressure, but it's good pressure, and we're always ready for it.
One way or the other, though, this week marks the end for this special group of Wayzata Trojans, and that's tough to think about.
It's going to be really sad and like hard like leaving them all behind, but I mean, I know that we'll make every second count no matter what happens.
For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm John Jacobson.
Wayzata is the top seed for the state Class 4A tournament. The Trojans' first match is Wednesday at 1 p.m. at the XL Energy Center. This is the 8th trip to state in Trojans volleyball history. In addition to winning the championship in 2019, they were runner-up in 2009 and 2010. That's all for sports. I'm Jay Wilcox.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.